Well, hopefully this is our last building video on this shelter. I think we're pretty close to getting done. We're going to seal up the back and seal up the front. Now I've got some clear poly to use. I think this shelter is originally designed to cover completely in clear poly, or mostly, and then you build a nice long fire by it, and radiation heats up the inside and bounces down on the person inside of it. But I think you can build it with tarps as well and heat it nicely with just a candle or two. But anyway, we have a fire in front of us. It'll reflect in here. We have a candle inside. We're going to give that a try and see if it warms up. And we got some clear poly. I think I'm going to go with a full door. And we still have a bunch left. Let's see how this opens up. Nicely. I think what I'll do is I'll split that for the door. Oh yes. I guess we don't get quite to the cover to the ground. That's okay. I won't use this a lot, but a lot of people recommend duct tape in a survival kit. So wrapped around one of my cheap $1 lighters, I have some duct tape, and I'm going to use one square of it and one square only. Because what I'm going to do is I am going to reinforce a corner and kind of use that to grommet out a hole. So by doing that, I've made it quite a bit stronger. It allows me to put a hole in there and be able to pull on it and have a little bit of strength. And actually, I probably won't even use that one, but I just thought it was a cool tip. Okay. Now, Today's just about finishing. All just little details today. There are spots in here where there's no grommets. I wish there were, but these are $2 tarps, so they are double seamed on the edges. So actually, the 2 tarps on the top are 3 years old. So anyway, we will just get by with what we have. So we want that down to about there. Now, I could cut it way up here, but that's going to be a bad idea. You actually got to get it to freeze where I think it needs to be. I thought that would work better. There we go. And I think that's probably enough because we want it to be a bit of a crawl to get in there. And just for the sake of not wasting poly, I am going to use some of the duct tape to reinforce that seam. Coil these things up, get those tied down properly on the inside. Clothespin. Well, here we are. We're in the super shelter. I'm sitting on the bunk with a candle leaning against a nice tin can. Hopefully you can see a bit of that glow coming off of there, heating up the shelter. And we're doing pretty good. We've got everything tied down. We've got a clear poly back. We've got our tarps. We've got our mylar. And we got another clear plastic front with a little door ripped out of it that overlaps, that's reinforced with some duct tape. We'll have to tie the plastic off to the branches over there. So I think I'm going to double and triple that up, puncture a little bit of it through the branches, and then try to make a few more clothespins. We're pretty much done the construction aspect of this project. Now it's just going to be to see how long it lasts. There's enough room on this side for another bunk. As you can, I don't know if you can see. Yeah. So it's just comfortable enough for me to stand in the middle here. I don't know if you can quite see that. Oh yeah, and the air is considerably warmer up here, and coming especially right by the mylar. So would I build this in a survival situation? Well, it probably wouldn't be my first choice. Although the frame at the bottom probably only took about an hour and a half to put together, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. And probably throw another 15 minutes and then I got the bunk. And then I could run 2 support posts a string as a ridge pole or a piece of wood as a ridge pole, and I probably have a nice A-frame. But this is really cool. And I think if there was two of us, this would be perfect because there's room for another bunk over on this side. So two people could fit in here comfortably and warm the place up comfortably. I might perhaps pack out another space blanket so we have a little extra efficiency. And then two people could easily make this in less than 4 hours, probably about 3. It took me about 4 hours, but if two people worked on it, with one person taking the lead on it, getting some help when they could, and then the other person gathering firewood, you'd be all set for the night anyway. Anyway, this was fun making. It was frustrating as hell making part of it, but it was really fun making part of it too. So, anyway, I think it's time to boil up some water, make some coffee, and then bring my daughter out and see if she actually likes this.